Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back as always to another video where today we are continuing our Songs of Syx playthrough, building our still actually yet unnamed city, building it on up and continuing that playthrough. Our number one issue that we have right now is our people aren't quite happy enough to continue to attract more immigrants. So what we're going to start with today is we're going to change these mud walls. Most of these buildings are still mud, and we're going to swap them over to stone, so that way we can start to attract some more people, and because humans like stone buildings much more than mud ones. And so what we'll do is we'll swap to the convert button and get that all flipped on over. Alrighty, now with that done, that took it out all spring. Hopefully everybody should just get a tiny bit happier in terms of the environment. Still haven't quite seen that uptick quite yet. Our access is still looking pretty good. Services could be a little bit better. That's mostly an upgrade thing, which we can do in a minute. We can look at. Yeah, so the quality of our services is pretty poor, so I think let's take a look and see what we can do to boost maybe our hearths or the lavatories, stuff like this, so that way our people will be a little bit happier. Looks like we need some upgrades, so that's where we get into metallurgy a little bit, and this is actually where a comment from Gonzo on the most recent Songs of Syx video comes in, a really great suggestion to cut a bunch of wood, and we can export that wood for cash, and then once, obviously, and the trees will just grow back, and then once we export all that wood, we get the cash, and then we can use the cash to buy things that we don't really have great production for yet. For example, metal. So we're gonna do that. Let's see how that goes. I love the dynamic seasons. this is such a really awesome game. It's one of those games that you stumble across. You're like, how did it take me this long to figure out about this one? Because Dwarf Fortress has been in my Steam library for a couple years now. I've played hundreds of hours of RimWorld. And this is one of the games that eludes you for a long time. You finally get it. You go, what the hell? Where's this been? One thing that we're going to do while we wait for the last of the trees to get cut down is we're actually going to go up to our access menu here and make sure that people are allowed access to furniture, because as you can see, we are making a lot of furniture. This will make people a little bit happier having access to the furniture. I don't really understand what this means. The amount allowed to furnish a subject's home. So I imagine that, like, there's a type of wealth kind of thing here that we're allowed to do. It's related to quote-unquote like wealth, right? If you have a ton of furniture in your house, you certainly have a little bit more going on for you than someone who has, for example, a straw mat and a torch burning, right? It'd be nice to get a couple chairs in there. So I think that's kind of what they're showing, and that will make people happier in turn. So you can see we've already dropped down 30 pieces of furniture that we had in storage that now we don't, because people are consuming it as a resource through that access panel that we just looked at. See, consumption, -12, whereas we're making 4, so we need to get some more people working in here if we want to equalize this production and keep people happy for longer. I'd like to get a second person working this warehouse here. I think we might, because if we get a second, the main reason is that I'd like to get this wood put back into the system here. I'm going to take one person off the hunter here. And I think this is something, to my understanding, like these people gain skills over time. So like Johnny Hunter, who's been working in the hunting hut for 20 years, is going to be a much better hunter than he is if we take him off that and go put him work in the warehouse like we just did, right? He's losing then those skills. So it's something that you want to avoid, but something that I think is necessary for growth at this point. Or am I crazy? All right, we are going to set wood as an export here for us. We are going to set our... All right, so we've set to export some wood here, so that way we can start gaining a little bit more cash. And while we do that, let's unlock some things here. So I think number one, we're going to do the fancy hearth here, because that's one of people's biggest complaints are the hearths. And we're going to do the same for refined tastes and get ourselves some nicer food stalls. And then we will do... Oh, there's no actual requirement for pottery. You can jump this whole tree here and just go straight to pottery, which is what we're going to do. Select pottery, and I think we're about out. Oh, no, we can still do masonry. We'll do pottery and masonry. And that'll be it for us for now. Because, more importantly, we still need more people. Alrighty, we've made a little bit of wood here from... Or, made a little bit of cash from the wood here. So now we're going to set our import and change our import here to metal. And we're going to start getting some metal bars here. Make sure that we have space to store them. Got to take away a crate of something. We're actually full up on vegetables. That's kind of crazy. We're going to take away all the grain storage because I forgot we don't need that. We'll make a little bit more space for vegetables. Maybe we need to make another storage room. And we'll set a couple crates as metal. Did I not just take away the storage for grain? Huh, maybe we don't. Take away, we don't need 4 crates. We just need 1 crate of livestock, and we'll set the rest as crates for metal. Alrighty. Gain some happiness here as well, which is good. Maybe it's a mix of loyalty and happiness, rather. Alright, so this guy wants to become colleagues, and we'll become colleagues, and we have to give him a bunch of stuff. So let's find out what this actually means. As colleagues, you will trade and also pledge not to attack each other and respect each other's sovereignty. I'll agree for now. I assume that we can take that back later, and I certainly don't want to be attacked randomly, so I think we'll take that and run. Okay, so I'm not sure if if it'll just automatically buy it, or if I need to do a trade deal. I think I might need to do a trade deal. And let me buy, how much do I have? I've got like 2,000 gold or something, right? Oh, that's why, because I probably don't have enough. Yes, I don't have enough yet to buy 12. That's why. I need to keep exporting more wood. So let's make sure that we keep a steady supply of that wood then. Make sure we keep allowing people as they would like to come. Alright, well, now we definitely have enough for 12 ingots, so we're going to just set up a trade deal here. And we are going to ask for some metal. Probably do 15, make it nice and round. And then let's barter. They're going to take 3,030 gold. We'll accept that. And wait for that metal to get here, and make sure we keep accepting immigrants. Beautiful. Now with this metal in our storage, we're going to take that over to our hearth over here. Make sure that we set this upgrade, which we still need. Aha! We still need some stone, so we're going to set up another deal for that too. Farms. I forget what it was called, but it was something like that would just... perfect, woodcutter. Sustainably cut down some trees. Or sustainably generate wood, rather. I don't know how the hell this works. But, you know, we're finding out together. Storage, auxiliaries. Throw one here, throw one here. Oh, they need a lot of these, huh? Throw one here. Wow, they need a lot of these. One here, one here, one here. Yup, yup, yup. 71%. We're getting there, we're getting there. Yup. Yup. 82, still getting there. Yup. 89, yup. Yup. We'll accept 93, and we'll set that up. That's gonna, I'm sure, start taking 30,000 people to go work there, but we'll set that when we get to it. I doubt they're not gonna cut down every tree, right? Oh, it just needs crazy furniture, crazy amounts of furniture, which is cool. We just need to get some more wood, per usual. Cut down these guys because we are out of wood and now out of furniture. We don't need anything from the slaver. Still working on the forestry over here. Nice. Up to 62 people. We are just crushing it with food production too. This is a real successful city, honestly. It's a little bit slow getting up to speed, but it's a good little city. So another thing that we're going to do in the meantime, while we're still waiting for this to get built, is we're going to put down some more shrines. We have one to Krator down, but we're going to put one for each god down, so that way our people can just still continue to be even a little bit happier. Humans, as far as I understand, they're pretty accepting of religion in this game, so we're just going to put these shrines right next to each other and assume they are not going to have a problem with the fact they are all so close to each other. And then we'll build a road down. That should make everybody even a little bit further happier. We're going to build a pottery shop in a second, but for now we're going to focus on getting this forestry construction done, getting the shrines finished, and clearing out some more stone for our other projects. Had a few more people join us here, so we're going to throw down some houses. Put them on either side so we can build another road. This one will be a dirt road because I'll see it as a little bit more just kind of a path between the main road and the cemetery here. So we'll get all those going. Beautiful. Now everybody's got a home. We're all happy again. And we've got a pretty big workforce. So these, even though this is a giant forestry clearing job, we're completely out of wood and we need a lot more stone. So hopefully these jobs will get cleaned up pretty quick. Yeah, so we finished the forestry and it immediately took 60 workers to start working there, which we are not going to start doing. We'll start this off with maybe 5 people. I'm not sure how much we're actually going to get out of this. We might even just delete it eventually, but for now, I think that just to keep our wood supply going a little bit more passively, it'll be helpful. Alrighty, now with that down, we're going to work on getting a pottery shop built here. We'll put the pottery shop on the other side of the warehouse over here. Boom, and then we can get some pottery going, and then we can really start to upgrade some of these places and make our people even happier and start to get us built out into an even bigger spot. The next thing that we also need to do is we need to start getting some weapons ready and get our military going, which we'll get going in just a bit. But we're not quite there yet because you don't get raided until you hit 75 population. I've been very careful to get us as close as we can to that number without crossing that threshold, so we shouldn't see anybody attacking us. Alrighty, got the pottery shop up and running here. Okay, but we need clay, understood. So maybe we ought to import some clay. We're going to demand clay, barter, and will they accept that? Let's see. Okay. So hopefully we should have some clay, and then once we have the clay here, then we can turn it into pottery, and then once we have the pots, we can upgrade our hearth, right? No, we can upgrade this. We still need some cut stone, so we're going to also make another one for some cut stone. Oh, no, but that's right, because we need to keep exporting like crazy. I understand. We need to keep exporting wood so that we can keep getting money to afford all this stuff. Boom. All right, so we got some pots, so let's upgrade our food stall there. That'll make folks happier. Then let's make sure to keep doing the same to our stage. Speaking of stage, we want to make sure that we get the full 4 people up there now that we got 70 folks. Hearth, we still need our stone, which we've gotten a little bit of cash here, so we'll set up another deal for some stone. Boom. All right, we got stone coming in for us to be able to upgrade our hearths then as well. All right, we got our 12 stone here, and it takes 6. Perfect. We can get our fancy hearths going. Beautiful. Now these are upgraded. They go much better with our stone town square. And the people should be getting much happier now because of this. Going to authorize these last 2 people here. Or these 2 new people. Yeah, look at our services menu now. Fast forward a little bit and you'll see. See, look at how much better things are here already. Our services haven't gotten worse in this time period. That's where they were, but that's because of these 2 new upgrades now. Look at how much happier everybody is with the services that go on here. So that's really great. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to build another carpenter, and this carpenter is going to be building weapons for us. We'll build it right attached here next to the other one. We're actually just going to copy and paste the old carpenter here, build it right next to this guy. And this carpenter is going to focus on building hammers for us, which will be war hammers then. How many immigrants do we have? Let's take 1. Because now we're right at 74. So, and we also only have 1 more house for them to live in then. So let's build another let's build some apartments back here. I don't fully understand the difference between apartments and houses, what actually makes each one better or worse. I just know that apartments can hold more people than houses can, less people than a longhouse, and they probably don't make people quite as happy as living in a regular house would. So that's my take on things. Let's have a little, see, I kind of like the idea of having like a little like courtyard kind of thing. Yeah, let's do it. Let's build two facing each other just like this. And we're going to build them so that there's a big old courtyard right in the middle between the two. Boom, new carpenters is set up. All you got to do is go in here, hit change recipe, and we're going to change the recipe to hammers. Oh, requires tech makeshift weapons. We don't have that yet. So if you go, we just got to go hit our makeshift weapons tech, which is this one right here. And boom, now we're bingo, bango, bongo, good to go. Make sure that we have spots for our hammers then in the production tree. Boom, we already do. So we are A-okay there. Our carpenter, bingo, baby. That's what we like to see. Alrighty, it's about time that we build a barracks. Or maybe it's a training ground. Yes. Aha, we are now a Prontix. Prontix is a Syxian for protector. A Prontix ensures the safety of his followers, and now that our settlement has grown, it is high time we put together a guard force. There are lots of people in our surroundings that might look to take what is ours. Requires population 75, and that allows us to build a stockade, a slaver, and a training ground. Training ground is going to be something we are going to do instantaneously, because this is going to allow us to get a military built, and we are going to put the training ground right behind the warehouse here. Make sure that we have a doorway right out onto the main street. Then we're going to put some training dummies down that'll just extend through the middle of this room here. There we go. Perfect. And then we hit check. And then we can not impress people, but we can get some people going in our military here. All right, 78 pots. We can also export. Actually, I would kind of like to hold on to the pots, but I am going to take the people off of pottery. Now we got that. We can put... I want to get someone else working this hunter. Back up in there. These pasture workloads, we can get... We actually need a couple more people working in both of these, it looks like. Leave that there and put a couple more people onto the woodcutter. And then once we get the training ground up, we'll get some people in there too. Alrighty, so we just need 10 people in the training ground. That's all we need here. We don't need all these people who just immediately signed up to join the military. I'm thankful for your enthusiasm, but there is no need. If we go up here, we can click on our regiments here. We're just going to disband the template regiments. And for now, we're going to just focus on our makeshift hammer militia. We're going to edit this force, drop it down to 10 guys, give them as much melee training as they can take, and give them as many warhammers as they can take. Then we're going to accept, make sure that that's our training regiment, and then we should be good to go from there. We do need to take a couple more people off, or rather maybe get a couple more people in our city, which shouldn't take much time at all. Alrighty, and we're basically out of housing, and we're also sneaky running low on food. We're starting to consume a lot more than we have stored. We're going to make sure that our pastures have the right amount of people in them. We're going to make sure that we can keep hunting, and we are going to check our vegetable farms, make sure that these guys have the proper amount of help down here. Make sure that all of our labor is in order, because we do not want to have people start starving at this point, because that's when riots will actually start to happen, and then things get really, really dicey. Alrighty, since that we are having a little bit of difficulty keeping up, we are actually going to import a bunch of food here. just to make our citizens happy. Wow, this stuff is all, like, everything is expensive, dude. Like, I feel like we do not generate that much money. Like, what do we have a surplus of that is, like, furniture? I feel like we're not, wouldn't really make that much money off furniture, I feel like, but we can try. Export furniture. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe we need to get a couple more people working. Boom. Perfect. Now let's see. See if that helps us out at all. We made a ton of money. Yeah, okay. Yeah, selling furniture is the way to go. That's great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, we just accepted a lot more people than I expected. I thought I accepted like 2 people, or I was expecting to accept 2 people. We'll just build another apartment. We actually need a couple more because apartments only hold a few people. Only hold 3 people. Boom. Now we're all good. Now everybody's happy. Everybody's got a place to live. Got a fresh crop harvest, which gave us a lot more food, which is fantastic. And speaking of food, we want to import some of that. We can stop importing iron. We got enough of that for now. Let's set our import to fish. I do see a bunch of fish sitting on the table here. Let's make sure we got space for fish. Now everybody should be getting even happier because now we've got people. We've got some variety in our food. Get a couple more people working in this carpenter shop here, building furniture to keep exporting. And we don't need all these people working in this Warhammer shop anymore. We can take a couple of these guys out and put the last couple onto building furniture. Keep on cranking out this furniture because it's already proving very valuable to us. All right, we're going to build another laboratory here because our biggest issue now is we're starting to get negative science because of the amount of science points that we've been using. So we're going to build another laboratory, and we're going to build it right at the bottom of this little housing neighborhood, down at the bottom of this neighborhood here. Put big old station right in the middle of the room. There we go. It's more like it. And then we'll put the doorway right in here. Then, bam. Beautiful. Got a bunch more scientists working in here. Get a couple more. Get one more person because we need to build more housing. So that apartment complex is great, but we're going to keep building onto it with some more houses straight up. Gonna build some very weird looking medieval, not medieval, but it's gonna be tight living over here, which I think this will be kind of cool. All right, get all those houses built. Alrighty, got these houses down. We're up at, is that a guy pulling a turtle? I didn't even know you could find those. That's kind of cool. All right, that derailed the outro, but we're up to 104 people now. We're got these houses built up. We're starting to find our footing with our own industry, and now I think we need to adjust to our new size in the next episode. And that's where we're going to start off, is making sure that all of our people have got the available services that they need, making sure we're ready to defend it when the time comes, and making sure that everybody has access to what they need to make sure that this city can go from 100 to 1,000 people in the coming episodes. So if you could do me a favor, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, just so that way all that stuff comes back into your feed once the next episode's out, and that keeps helping the channel grow here. So if you enjoyed, please do that stuff, and I will see you again in the next one. Peace.